The problems of this country are primarily that of leadership. We have leaders who love themselves more than they love their people and country. But Comrade Jacob Zuma is different. He still stays in his rural village in Kandla, where he originates from. Throughout his adult life, through struggle and sacrifice, he has demonstrated his undying love for his people and country. He has now decided, even at his advanced age, not to retire, but to continue the struggle for social and economic freedom and prosperity of his people until the last of his days. His vision and wisdom continues to shape the nature and content of the current political struggle and contestation in our country today. That vision inspires millions of South Africans to rise and take full responsibility for their own lives, for their own freedom and prosperity. Let me take you back to January 1977. I was a young man then, crossing the border into Lesotho with my brother Norman, who, as you may know, later in life retired as a general in the South African National Defence Force. We were stepping into exile, into uncertainty, into a life of struggle. South Africa was burning after the Soweto uprising of 1976. The regime was brutal. Thousands of young people were leaving the country, determined to join Umkhonto weSizwe, the People's Liberation Army. It was there in Maseru that I first met Comrade Chris Hani, a giant and titan of our struggle. Comrade Chris commanded me to stay and assist with the political education of the avalanche of young comrades crossing the border. And so, even before I picked up an AK-47 rifle, I was tasked to be a political instructor, to prepare our youth to understand why we are engaged in struggle and what kind of society we wanted to build. In 1978, I left for Angola for military training. When I graduated from the regular course in guerrilla warfare in 1979, I took my oath in front of President Oliver Tambo himself. President Tambo gave our detachment the singular honor of naming it the Isandlwana Detachment. Our detachment was named after that great battle where our forefathers and warriors fought bravely with only spears and shields to defeat a British garrison using superior weapons. Exactly 100 years before, in 1879. In that same year, OR declared the year 1979 the year of the spear in honor of those Isandlwana warriors and many other martyrs that had made the supreme sacrifice during our liberation struggle. Thereafter, I, together with other comrades, were chosen to undergo a commander's course. That commander's course was carried out by Soviet instructors from the Red Army. After completion, I was sent to Moscow to the Lenin School. This was an international ideological school with cadres from all continents in the world. It was there that my political and ideological consciousness was sharpened and deepened. Just before graduation, Comrade Chris and Comrade Slovo came to see us at the Lenin School. They told me that I was not going back to Angola. From Moscow, I was to be deployed in Lesotho. The apartheid regime had threatened the then Lesotho Prime Minister, Liaboa Jonathan, with invasion, unless Chris was removed from Lesotho. Chris was removed from Lesotho by the ANC and redeployed to Mozambique, and I was sent to Maseru to continue with his work. I became the SACP regional convener and became part of the ANC political military command. It was in Lesotho that I came to work closely with Comrade Jacob Zuma. In December 1982, the South African Defence Force launched a bloody raid on Maseru. 42 people, our comrades, including Lesotho citizens, were slaughtered in cold blood. The world would come to know it as the Maseru Massacre.